It's That Little Gay Talk Show, Houston's hot mess of a podcast. A funny but thoughtful look at the LGBTQIA plus community.
Hello.
Hello. What's up, girl?
Hey, how are ya?
Clink, clink.
Clink, clink.
Clink, clink, girl.
Clink, clink.
It's another day, another new show, another new episode of That Little Gay Talk Show.
Hey.
I'm Joel Tatum.
And I'm Julio Briseño.
And we are ready to get started. We're having a good time today.
Yeah, we are.
We having a good...
It is roasting me before we hit record.
Girl. You started it. You walked in the door and said, I'm hungover, and then you just let me have it from that point on. And I'm like, what did I do?
She went out last night, and she had drinks, like there were no tomorrow, and woke up this morning like, girl, yeah.
Girl,
here I am back at it again.
I know. And girl, let me remind you once again, you're not as young as you used to be, girl. You can't just...
I would say the same for you, honey.
I know. I know. I have come to that conclusion.
Now that you're in your third age, Joel.
Okay, I'm in my third age. I'm in my, getting ready to die age.
She's in that, I demand my discount age. Where's my senior citizen
Yeah, exactly.
discount?
Where's my senior citizen? And then they have the nerve enough to tell me that you have to wait till you're 60. I'm like, what? What?
Okay, good. You're good. How was your weekend?
My weekend wasn't too bad. I worked all weekend, which is normally what I do.
Yes.
And I worked the brunches. And brunches in Houston.
Oh, girl.
Y'all, I
pray for you. Girl.
I have told y'all this.
I think this is how you pray, but.
Exactly. I have told y'all this 1,000 times. Stop coming in. Acting like y'all, all this bougie shit.
We don't want, those are the words?
Yes, all this bougie shit. And you know what? It's the young ones. It's the young ones.
Y'all that come in with that fucking bougie ass attitude on a budget.
On a budget.
Girl.
On a budget, girl.
And it's usually the ones that act the most bougie is with the least amount of money.
Yeah, exactly.
You can tell a real bougie person versus a fake bougie person.
We have a little deal with, everybody in town has a mimosa kind of thing going on. Yes. They all have their mimosa deals. So our little mimosa deal.
Wait, do y'all do like bottomless or?
Kind of. What we do is you get a glass that's similar to this, but you get to keep it.
Okay.
And it's $13.95. And then if you want more, if you want refills,
$13.95.
You get a penny refill.
Is that plus tax?
That is plus tax. We in the United States. We in Texas. We charge 8.25%.
We in Texas, US of A.
Plus a liquor tax, which a lot of people don't know. You know how many fights I've had with people who are like, what's this extra? What's this? Y'all charging too much taxes. I'm like, I don't have. Y'all act like we have something to do with that.
Bitch, my name is not the government. That is not my problem.
I'm like,
that's above my pay grade.
I just look at people sometimes. I'm like, first of all, it's 23 cents.
Right.
Secondly, I don't have you. If you have a problem with that, talk to your state or local. Talk to your state government about that. Yeah, exactly.
Please vote. Register to vote.
Yeah, exactly. Register to vote and tell them to take that shit off.
One voice will change it all.
Exactly. Well, they don't want to raise property taxes or anything, so they're going to raise taxes every place else.
That part.
Y'all have to pay taxes. Just get used to the fact that you have to pay taxes.
Oh, her booty call.
Oh, my.
That was her. Somebody called her.
Yes, it's unknown name, which is usually just nothing more than a... Y'all know how that goes.
He's star 69, okay. Girl.
Yeah, so here's my phone. So I'm going to do this.
No.
There you go.
What if he calls back? What if he calls back?
It just said, I don't know who unknown name is. Just like on Growler and Scruff, if you don't have a photo, I don't want to talk to you.
Right. If you have a faceless profile, don't talk to me.
And by the way, why are we still doing faceless profiles on these things?
I can kind of understand how and why, but at the same time, I'm like, why, girl?
And I'm always sus because
it's usually like the closeted guys that don't want to be seen on those apps. It's usually even gay men that don't want to be seen by their other queen friends because they talk so much shit on the apps. Or, fuck dating apps, but yet they're
exactly.
In the apps. Those are the bitches that slide in the quickest too.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I love the ones that
demand pictures.
Yeah, that demand pictures. Which I'm like, why you need a picture of my
faceless profile, no description or bio, and then slides into the fucking DM and then goes, "Can I get a pic?
Can I get a pic?" And it's like,
where? How? Why?
Why would I do that?
Where the fuck did you find that audacity? And how much did it cost you? Where, bitch?
A lot.
And they get real mad and go, "Fuck you, you ugly anyways."
Yeah, exactly.
You're the one that messaged me.
You messaged me. I didn't say anything to you. Don't act like that.
You're not that girl. You're not that girl.
Okay, I've had a couple, and this is serious now. I've had a couple who were married, and when I mean married opposite sex, not married same sex. Married same sex, they don't have no
swingers.
I have no idea.
I'm on swinger TikTok, girl.
I have no idea.
I've learned so much about pineapples in the last month. I didn't know I had a side of.
There's a swinger TikTok.
Yes, bitch.
You know,
a whole swinger community, which they will teach you. They like. There's some couples that get on there, and they're like the popular ones. And they'll show you the terminology. They show you how to act, how to behave, how they get together, the symbolisms. Pineapple upside down is typically their logo.
Yeah,
like that's how you know they're swingers. Like, and I've seen a lot.
You know, I was one of these people who was like, I'm never going to like TikTok. TikTok is for the youth. Let them have their TikTok.
Did you get addicted?
I'm addicted, girl.
I knew it.
I
lost you.
I'm gay TikTok, black TikTok, and comic book TikTok. Let me tell you something. Comic book TikTok,
bitch.
Y'all are down. Y'all are, if I need to know what's going on in the comic book world, if I need to know what's going on in the MCU or the DCEU, which barely exists,
ECU, MCU,
which barely exists.
Period.
I mean, y'all just keep it on the real, and I love it.
Are you finding yourself now losing track of time?
Yes.
Being in this black hole for like a few hours?
Yes.
Like, how did it get dark out?
Yes. And I've learned a lot. First of all, I've learned a lot about conspiracy theory.
Welcome, Joel. I knew this day would come.
I learned a lot about conspiracy. Don't get me wrong. I'm still, the Earth is round. Okay, the vaccine ain't gonna kill you.
Oh, the flat Earth theory.
The flat Earth. Oh, good God.
Flat Earthers.
The flat Earthers.
Flat Earther.
Hell no.
I'm not either.
Hell no.
But I can see how they would believe that.
You know what? I can too. You know what I've learned about conspiracy theories? I can see why some people really get caught up in them because
they're innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
Take them with a grain of salt. Yeah. Do not believe every conspiracy theory.
Yeah, exactly.
I've noticed that if you actually go down that rabbit hole of conspiracy theories, you will start losing track of what's real and what's not at some point. So you have to learn how to safely, when you catch yourself watching too much of it, because they will throw some confusion ass shit out there.
You really start to think after a while when you watch it, it's like, oh my God,
is this real?
That sounds plausible.
Really is that a real smoke detector, or is that the government?
Yeah, exactly.
You get into that.
You get into that weird kind of shit. Now, let me tell you something right now. Here's a couple of things I do believe, and I do believe to be true. First of all, you can't be tracked through your phone or any of your devices. If anybody wants to find out anything about you, they can do it.
That part, but
they literally can do that. And
they know everything about us.
And if you don't know this, little tidbit. I don't know the full details, so I'm just giving a little bit here and there. Google recently announced that they were going to try to make it easier for law enforcement agencies and that kind of stuff, and that they were going to do due diligence when it comes to child pornography and all that other stuff.
Oh, Apple did the same thing.
Yeah, which means that for some people, that means that might be some privacy. A lot of people are bitching about privacy issues.
I'm not for the child pornography thing.
Oh, no.
But the fact that a company has the power to look through your photos, and depending on whose phone you're looking at, there's some personal shit on there of themselves or other people. And if you got people just looking at pictures on your phone, which I get the intention is good, but then it blends into you're fucking with my privacy.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine being a Google employee and you have to look through all these pictures and
the non-child stuff? Sign me up.
Yeah.
Adult content, 18 plus.
Sign me up for that.
Girl, can you imagine? Joel, what do you do for a living? I look at photos.
I look through your personal information on your phone.
Or you just walk up to your friends. Girl, I like that picture you took the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
What picture? Yes, what picture?
Oh, you mean that secret picture that you had hidden in your file?
You sent to your side piece?
Yeah, in your file to your side piece? Yes, bitch, I know about that.
Hidden folder, not the hidden folder.
The hidden folder. I know about the hidden folder, girl. I know. That's my job, and I get paid
room to fill a fucking folder. I mean, It's pitiful.
Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Now, I stopped doing this a while back because I just got tired of it after a while.
What?
And it started to make me feel a little weird.
Oh.
Do you still send dick pics when they are requested?
No, and I never have. I'm not scared of it, but in this day and age, like that shit shouldn't be, for me, my personal point and take it, I don't like sending that stuff over and somebody having that picture of me out there in that vulnerable position or whatever it is that I'm doing, showing whatever goods I'm showing. I don't like that personally. You know, I did it a few times back in the past, and let me tell you something, the technology was not where it was. And by the way, the reason I don't like to do it is because sometimes there are malicious people out there, and they will use it against you. I have nothing to be embarrassed about. Trust me, I will show a pic. But if I have to prove my innocence, I'm very innocent, court inspired today. All my wording, all my vernacular is innocent, proven, guilty. Yeah, charged. Exactly. But I don't feel comfortable sending it. I'm one of those, I'll show you in person. I'd rather show it to you. That's me. I would rather for you to see it in person. I'll tell you what it looks like. I'll describe it to you. Yeah. It's like you can come find out for yourself. Yeah, exactly. And it's, you know what? And I had to say this, and I say this with all the love in the world, but the bottoms in Houston are super aggressive about that, and I don't know why. It's a bottom city. It's competitive. It's so competitive. It's a bottom city. There's not enough tops for all these bottoms. Literally had bottom bitches go, show me that dick. Yeah. In the first couple of sentences. And I'm like, wait a minute. You haven't even said hello. Because they don't want to waste time with you. And all you asking me for is a dick pic? Because sometimes it happens where you'll have a conversation with someone, and then by the time the picture reveal comes out, and it's like, oh, so this whole time you bullshitted me? So I wasted this good 5 minutes of this conversation on nothing. Why don't we just get to the point? I don't blame those bitches. The ones that know what they want, but yes. You know, I don't have a problem with that either. It's just the fact that for me, I am not that's not for me. Here's the crazy part. When they're aggressive with other people, I find it interesting and I love it. When they're aggressive towards me sexually, I don't like overly aggressive sexual people. When they think if they think that was good, that's what gets me off. No, I'm like, honestly, when you too aggressive, I get all like, back up, get away from me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good power bottom, but that part. I mean, come on now, y'all just a little bit. Y'all need to take it down a notch. I need to be romanced. I need to be wined and dined. Why? You want some of this dick? You have to wine and dine it. Why waste our time and money on you like that? Those are resources. Those are valuable resources. I know. Those are valuable resources. You realize we're not getting that time back. I can guarantee you right now I'm doing pretty well. I've only disappointed one person. One person. And first of all, that person was already disappointed everybody in my life. Is already fetishizing me. Depressing term. I've disappointed everybody in my life. Nobody loves me. You know, that really just goes to show you can have good looks, but nothing going on upstairs or downstairs. Damn. What do you even have to bring to the table? It's like, oh, you look good, but that's it. That's it. And then you telling your friends, Girl, he is hot, he is fine, but he ain't got no braids and no dick. Girl, there's nothing worse than a cute guy with no personality or is driven by their ego based on their looks. That shit, I'm like, girl, we know you're cute, but can you add something to it? Personality, flavor, nothing. And you know, I saw this post on Facebook. It was amazing, and this person said that they had gone out the night before, and they got a little lucky. Oh. And when they woke up, it wasn't the person that they thought they were with. Oh, they was that fucked up. Yeah, they were that fucked up. But the problem is that I'm like, wait a minute. And I sent a little text, and I'm like, you know what? Everybody's a charity case to somebody. That is the God honest truth. I've done the Lord's work. I'll admit it. I have done the Lord's work too, and I have been the Lord's work. I can't believe I'm talking this, but I've done the Lord's work. I've taken in some charity cases and. Let's just say I was questioning myself that day. I was like, "Why did I do?" Well, you did the Lord's. You did good. You know, when I would wake up the next day. You know what? Jesus would be proud. Yeah, exactly. I ain't not let Jesus down. Instead, but you know, the funny thing is that he gave me blessings and rewards for my. For what I know, but the funny thing is that sometimes when you go home from one of these, you're like, "Wait a minute."
I think I was his charity case.
When you become the charity.
Yeah, when you become the charity case, then it's like, oh my God, I think I was a charity case. The dick was good, and I enjoyed myself, but I think I was a charity case at this point.
I just want to thank Make-A-Wish for making that happen.
When you've had someone go...
Make a dick. Let's call it Make a Dick. I want to thank Make a Dick for making it happen.
But I do like honesty. I've always... Even if honesty is sometimes brutal, I do like honesty. So when someone turns around and says, you know what, we had a good time, but we won't be doing this again. And I'm like, okay.
Period.
And then you walk out the door and go, God damn it,
I'm the honest type. I will tell people straightforward, this is what this is. This is what I'm looking for. This is what, don't even try it. Don't even... I've had to tell people bye-bye because they're like, I want more. And like, no, I'm okay. I don't. I'm glad you do. You could find somebody else for that.
What's the worst sexual experience you have ever had?
Great. Now I have to talk about this. And then somebody's going to be watching, and then
we're not using names here.
That's true. Oh, you'd be surprised, girl. You'd be surprised at the kind of people that watch our little blog, bro. Like,
but still,
I'm out and about. They're like, "Oh, I saw your video. Oh, y'all were talking about this and that." I'm just like, "Oh, you watched the show?" Like,
yeah, exactly.
Me, even though we want you to watch, I'm surprised people watch the show. I'm like, you watch the show? Like, really?
But I like the comments of, were you talking about me? Girl, no, I wasn't talking about you.
Bitch. Yes,
I was not talking about you
next time. I will expose you, mamas. I will let your name out into the public. We will come for you. We will hunt you down. We will show no mercy.
So, don't bounce around the question.
I don't know where these voices come from.
I don't know where they come from either, girl.
They just hear mama, and you have to deal with it.
He walked in here saying that, Joel, I'm so hungover.
I am. And here I am back at it again.
And he has poured drink after drink. In the first 5 minutes, we started the show.
So you're just gonna out me to my friends like that?
Okay, well, you know what?
So you're just gonna put me on blast, Joel?
You gonna out them anyway when we talk about this subject. What was the worst sexual experience?
I like your cop shirt, by the way. It's cute.
Oh, thank you. It took me 25 years to get into it.
Just 25 years?
Just 25 years, girl. Just to slide on into it.
No, but one of my worst sexual experience was actually it was a kid that I was talking to, and then I told him up front, this is what this is. This is not going to go past this, and if you try it, I'm just going to pull away. Like, I was very straightforward about it. And so the kid kept trying, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. And I was like, no. And what do you mean? What? And then he goes, well, I think, so I talked to one of the guys I'm fucking, and he said that he's showing some symptoms, and I think you should get tested. So I think he did that maliciously just to, like, piss me off or, like, do a scare. I, just out of precaution, I went and got tested anyways, and out of precaution, we did that cute little shot called penicillin. That hoe hurts, bitch. You ever had a penicillin shot?
You know what? No, amazingly enough. No. I have been, no.
Penicillin shots are the
they are.
I've only had one. I'll put that out there in my sexual history. I've only had one shot, and that was recently. That was that kid that just scared the fuck out of me, and I was just like, ugh.
Girl, I had one little...
So, sorry to cut
Yeah, go ahead.
They put the shot in my ass, and literally, the first day was okay. It was the next day where, like, you start getting that sore, and at the peak of the sore, I couldn't even sit down properly. I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't even get up a certain way. Like, it lasted a whole goddamn fucking week to a point where it makes me think, like, I'm not having sex ever again in my life, blah, blah, blah. Girl, it was that bad.
Oh, wow. No, the closest...
The worst part...
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that I had to go to work that weekend with a sore ass and a sore leg. And, like, bitch, I was like, oh, what do you want to drink? I got it. And I'm over here preparing drinks, all hopscotch. Are you okay? I fell. I slipped. I wasn't trying to put my business out there.
Can I ask this question?
Go ahead.
I don't know how long ago this was. This might have been a while ago. Were you working among other gays at the time? Okay, they were judging you in the back.
The whole goddamn time, bitch.
They were like...
I tell people, when you're working in an all-gay environment, I work at a gay bar.
Yeah.
And I've worked with literally almost 100% of the staff. Let's say 99.9% of the staff is gay. We have our mixed in bisexuals and straights, and we love them. Allies, thank you. But girl, working in a fully on gay environment is not like working at a regular job with Becky and Sally where like they have their regular basic attitudes. No. At a gay bar, you're dealing with egos, shady, petty. rumors, gossip, tea spills, oil spills, bitch, everything.
Girl.
And it's coming at you all at once.
Girl, that happened one time.
And everybody calls everybody a bitch. Everybody sis, bitch, girl, hoe. We all that.
Yeah, exactly. I also worked around a lot of gay men at one point. And by the way, quick story. Working around a gay men at a restaurant. I mean, literally the entire staff is gay men. Okay. And I didn't even know how this happened, but literally it was the straight girl working the bar, and we get a new employee.
I knew she had to be a sassy one.
She was sassy.
To keep up with the gays,
she was sassy.
Had to be sassy.
What I loved about her was, and I don't know, I don't think she listens to the show, so I can say this. What I loved about her was,
we hated you, bitch. No.
Was the fact that not only was she sassy, bitch was rich.
Oh.
Bitch was rich.
She had money.
The bitch had money. Bitch took us out.
Queens.
Bitch one time for her friends.
Currency.
Yeah, she had currency. She was rich.
She had 0,000 in the account.
Yes. Owned 3 houses.
Oh, she was independent.
Had five pit bulls. She loved her pit bulls.
Oh, pit bulls are fierce, loyal protectors.
She loved her pit bulls. She had 5 pit bulls.
I bet she had like 20 vibrators around the house.
She probably did.
She sounds like a lonely bitch.
Oh, no.
She had her own money. She had 5 pit bulls to keep her company. She only went to the gay bars just to be around some kind of man.
Exactly.
That bitch was lonely.
But I tell you something right now. This bitch, when she took us out, she took us out.
Oh.
And we didn't spend a lot of time. Amazingly enough, we didn't spend a lot of time in the gay bars. She took us all to the straight bars.
Nice.
And she would plop down money at the bar, and she would go, "Oh, this man tried to buy me a drink." Ooh. And I told him I could buy my own drink, thank you, but I would like to talk to you. And then she would tell us all the stories about how this man said, "Well, it's not your job to be buying me drinks," and blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
come through, feminist.
She would get pissed.
Come on, rich feminist.
And I have seen her go off on men at the bars.
Yeah,
like it was, and she's like 5 foot,
empowered.
5'4", just a little powerhouse.
That's it,
and beautiful as hell. Aww. She could walk into a room, and men were just like, "Yes."
The gay man was like, "Girl."
Yes, and she would take us.
That's how I know you're a bad bitch.
Yeah, she's a bad bitch.
Walk into a gay bar, and even the gay men are like, "Who the fuck is?"
Yeah, exactly.
Why is she looking like? Yeah,
exactly. She plopped down. She bought everybody. We went to a bar in Rice Village.
Yeah.
And if you are familiar with Houston, Rice Village, it's young people. It's everybody, like 15 bars.
Was young people there?
Yeah, a lot of.
What were you doing there?
Oh, I think I was in my 30s at the time.
Were you the chauffeur?
I was mostly the chauffeur.
God, that makes sense.
I was the ride along gay. You know, she needed a ride along gay,
a protector gay.
She needed a protector gay, just in case shit got real
around the young people.
Yeah, exactly. So she needed a protector gay, which I was the protector gay, and I didn't mind that. I loved her. She was. I
get protective with my straight girlfriends. Like, I do. Like the few that I have left, that like when I go out with them to bars, and I get really like, he's looking at you. He's like, but I always tell him, just give me if the shit's going south, give me a signal, call me over,
exactly,
and I can rescue, because I'm gonna let you flirt the way I think you straight people flirt. You people flirt. But if I see something even that I don't like, I'm gonna ask you, and I get really protective.
I'm not a tough guy.
We've been through that.
Yes, I'm not a tough guy.
Have you seen yourself?
I'm a delicate flower. I'm a very delicate flower.
That's wilted and dried out. Bitch, she was over the cup. Bloop.
So when I would hang out with my girlfriends, if I noticed that some dude was hitting on them too hard, or they were doing, I would go full gay.
The fragile egos and the fragile male ego.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that trying to be the tough guy didn't work for me, so I went full gay. And when I say full gay, I mean I literally walked up to the bar.
Was a homosexual.
Yes, exactly. Girl, we got to get back over here to this table. Who is this hot looking man? He looks delicious.
Oh, you were gay.
Yummy.
Yes. Gay.
Yeah, I went super gay.
I would take
to the point where they were so scared to talk to me that they would take off.
Although it is kind of fun flirting with straight men at straight bars. Like once their drink hits and you can tell they're relaxed and being whatever, and you start talking to them, it's fun. It's fun to flirt with them.
You know what? I've been in many situations where I've been in straight bars, and a lot of my gay friends are like, I just can't be comfortable in a straight bar. I don't understand. And I'm like, girl,
it's a different environment for sure.
First of all, yes, it is a different environment, but first of all, I've got some good ass from
Let's be honest.
From straight bars.
Hi.
And you know what the funny thing is? They all bottoms. I'm like, Houston is definitely a bottom city.
No, it is. I'm telling you. I work as a bartender here. I'm telling you.
Houston is, even in the straight bars.
We're not bottom shaming, by the way.
We're not bottom shaming at all.
Each city has their theme. Some cities
exactly.
are like top cities, bottom cities. Like, they're there.
Yeah. But the funny thing is that we're in a straight bar. You know, I have my expectations.
Oh, the gays go to straight bars. They'll sprinkle in there.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll be with their gaggle of girls and shit. And
exactly. But I had my expectations when I would, you know, sometimes a guy would just sit down and start a conversation. And then we would talk about things. You know, I like the sports ball every now and then, the football, the baseball. Not much in the basketball, though.
What is all that?
I know. That's why I call it the sports ball.
Sports ball.
Because I know some of y'all don't know what that is. But, you know, I grew up in a football house.
Oh, yeah.
So I knew a lot about football before I knew about anything else. So... yeah, so I can literally have a conversation with guys about football and that kind of stuff and understand what they're talking about. Now, don't get me wrong, and I've said this, I don't know the names of the wide receiver from that
part
from that city who went to this college and did all.
Don't ask me those complicated ass questions because you're gonna lose me in the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. I know all the calls and signals. I know what's going on. I know what a touchdown is. I know what all that stuff is. But
if it comes to sports, just choke me and call me bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Don't ask me all those questions about get that deep into it.
Have you been watching the news lately, Joel? There's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world this week alone.
You know, first of all, Governor Abbott getting COVID.
That bitch. I laughed when I heard it. I was like, girl, karma.
Karma would have been if he was unvaccinated. He was fully vaccinated. And he has no symptoms. He still went out to another event.
Event
with no mask on.
Dumbass.
With no mask on. I don't know who was the dumbass, him or everybody else in the room who had no mask on.
Both.
Look, I don't care how you feel about vaccinations.
So what event did he?
But at least wear a mask.
What event did he go to?
There was some kind of fundraiser event.
Some rich people shit.
Yeah, some rich people shit. And I'm like, oh Lord, was anybody in that room vaccinated?
I was there. I had fun. No,
did you have a good time,
girl? Yeah, I was mingling with my friends.
You know, Republican dick.
That's sugar daddy dick.
That's sugar daddy dick.
Sugar daddy dick. We're gonna have to accept that we don't completely align with their beliefs. But we align with the bank account.
We align with the bank account.
Know that. As long as the direct deposit comes through on time directly, I believe what you believe in.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, a couple of them, I don't mean no harm by this. You want me to
wear this red hat, daddy?
I don't mean no harm this.
Checks balance.
Republican gays, but
she look cute on me, don't she?
A couple of them are in the.
I might have betrayed my people, but I'm living lavish.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking comfortable.
A couple of them are into race play, and it's like, first of all,
love people of color.
I know
Republican ass dudes. All the Republican gays. They love them.
They love. Latino. Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I know, as a Latino woman.
As a Latino woman,
I've been in this community for a while, and I've been approached by these kinds of.
And
I lost you.
And I had to say that as the black person in the group, it's like, oh my God, I know you have a big dick. It's like, oh Lord.
Oh, the stereotypes come out.
Here we go. How much money you got? And we'll talk about it. Okay. But you do not get to call me the N-word.
When I used to work at one of the bars, we had this gay Republican, racist, Trump supporting gay that would come in every day and was just, and I don't have to say a name. If you know him, you know him. And he would come into the bar and just play all his cards. And the thing is, money is the only way he got cute boys to come around him, because he would start busting out $50 bills to the strippers, and they would all crowd around him.
Of course.
Hey, what's up? Let me fondle you. Let me do this. Let's just say he saved some shifts, because girl, if it wasn't for him, we would have gone home with like $20. So he got some people fired because he took them to the restroom and shit like that. Like some of the door guys, he would go up to the door, like, hey, you're cute. I'll give you $100 if you let me blow you in the restroom. You know, the guy standing in the door, like, I'm making $10 an hour. Like, yeah, blow me for $100.
Yeah, exactly.
Or he'll even say something like, let me eat your ass out and I'll pay you like $100. And he would do that to several people, and they make some cute coins off of that guy. You know who you are.
That's a shame, though. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean,
it's sex work at the end of the day. If you're getting paid for it, it's sex work. I mean, if that's how you're gonna make your coins, do it.
And I don't know how you feel about the subject, Julio, but I'm all in support of our sex workers because I think sex work is work.
I do too, girl.
It is work.
This is my gloop place.
They need to offer benefits. You need health and dental just like everybody else.
Technically, it's a self-employed industry, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
you should be able to get insurance. You should be able to get insurance for that because you're self-employed. And now, I don't know if there is a sex work company.
I don't think
maybe in the porn. Maybe
if you do escorting, there are companies that you can work for that will find you gentlemen to work with. And
currently, Nevada is the only place where prostitution is legal.
But a lot of girls now in today's age, where we're all everything's social media, where everything's modern, a lot of these girls are making more money on their own than they would through another person.
You know what I love? You know what I love about sex workers? Once Craigslist closed down, and basically it did,
and they're creative as fuck.
Yeah,
these girls are creative as fuck.
And OnlyFans, I didn't know what OnlyFans was until last summer during COVID.
I have like 2 regulars that are sex workers. I'm gonna talk to them, see if they're willing to come on the show and talk with us, and just give us that perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've always been curious of what's it like inside that world. Like, how do you do it? How do you find your money? How do you find your clientele? How do you maintain? What does it take to be or to do? It's a serious topic.
I actually have
experience being a sex worker. Where?
Girl,
people paid for that?
Yeah, they paid for it, amazingly enough. I don't know why.
How much?
Not enough.
50 cents? Was this during the nickel and dime days?
It was during the nickel and dime days when OnlyFans, when OnlyFans came out in 1882. And girl,
I can't established porn company.
Girl, I have actually Jacob Socialite, who I've had on the show, who's an artist, and I call him a sexual evocateur.
Okay.
Because a lot of his stuff is based in dark themes when it comes to sexuality and all this other stuff. Y'all need to check him out on Facebook.
I think I remember listening to
that. Super
Charlotte
cool.
Was still working the show.
Yeah, Charlotte was still working the show. And he's been on the show a couple of times.
He's the one with the deep voice, right?
Yes. And really he also has an OnlyFans account. Which we talked about in past episodes. If y'all want to look,
we love and support our sex workers, our OnlyFans people. Hey, I look at it this way: as long as you're working and you're hustling for your money, people got to get it one way or the other.
Exactly.
We may not agree with some people's choices, but that's their life, that's their body, that's their choice.
You know what? I think we need to go back to, let's go back to a time. Wait a minute. That has never happened. So let me take that off the table.
You've been through several decades.
I've been through several decades. So let me tell you something right now. There has never been a time when people have minded their own business, and I really wish there would be a time when people would mind their own business when it comes to how adults.
We're talking to you, Karens.
Live their. I'm literally Karens are on the table, but I'm literally talking about everybody.
Yeah.
Mind your own business.
That's it.
What someone wants to do as an adult who pays their bills, pays their taxes, doesn't rely on government help, doesn't rely on anything.
Unless it's fucking with you directly
exactly.
on a personal level, it shouldn't fucking matter what people want to do with themselves, their bodies. Is their choice.
What my neighbors choose to do in the privacy of their own home
is their business.
Stay in your lane.
Learn how to fucking mind it.
Mind your own. If people are out,
TikTok girl, be it.
Exactly. If people are out having a picnic, having a good time, if two men...
Talking to you, Barbecue Becky.
If 2 men are holding hands, walking down the street, mind your own business. It don't have nothing to do with you. Everything that we do... You know what I love?
That's life.
It's the fact that so many people, especially heterosexuals, spend so much time wondering what we do in the bedroom than us going to work every day, us paying our bills every day, us doing the normal things that everybody else do.
I heard you was looking for me.
Exactly. And by the way, there is no gay person sitting around wondering what you and Becky are doing when you get home with your 4 kids.
Speaking of Becky, actually, Brittany. Did you see the news about Brittany?
Oh, that's kind of up and down now.
It is, but now it's to a point where her dad's volunteered to step down, but even then, reluctantly, he's stepping down.
Okay, but there's still he said that there's still some issues those issues have to be resolved
He's trying to cover up some shit, I feel. That's why he wants to step down gradually. Me thinking out loud, like, I think he wants to step down. But I think he's also a smart man. If he's made it this long in this conservatorship, there's some skeletons in that closet.
Yeah, there's definitely some skeletons in that closet. Now, Jamie stepped down.
Good.
Her
mom.
Sister. Jamie Spears.
Okay.
Yeah, her sister.
Lynn Spears. That's okay.
Her sister stepped down. She said, "I'm not." What?
She wasn't doing shit, but living in her house in Florida.
But she was also on the conservatorship as well. So she
knew what's been going. Girl, that's fucked up.
You know, the thing is that if none of this had been brought to the media's attention, do you think he would have stepped?
Yeah, no, it would still went on. We would never know that all of this was happening to Britney at all. Poor fucking girl, man. Honestly. I'm glad you're getting your freedom back, girl. But I still need somebody to curate your Instagram, mamas. I'm all about freedom. You know, self-expression.
I saw that picture you were talking about. I'm like, girl.
Yeah.
But you're an adult. You still do what you want to do.
Part.
And that's the whole thing. As an adult, you should still be able to do what you want to do.
But what put in perspective for me is one day you told me, he's like, you know what? Now that she has the freedom, she's exercising it, and that's how she's exercising that freedom. And I was like, that makes perfect fucking sense. Like, I may not agree with it because I was like, you shouldn't do it while you're in court, posting pictures with your titties like this. But then you said it yourself, and I was like, that's what she's fighting for, is her freedom. And now that she has it, she's going crazy on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. She should have a good time.
Do it, mamas. We support you.
Do it, mama. We support you. For being an adult, your money, you go out here and make this money. Is your dad making this money? No. Is your sister making? She made her own money for a little bit.
Are they using and stealing your money?
Yes.
Are they making their own? No.
It's one thing, you know what? And this is the weird thing about.
Essentially, Britney's carrying that.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the weird thing about family. You know,
family and money. Don't trust them.
Don't trust them. You can trust family. You could trust friends with your money.
My enemy first.
Before I trust family when it comes to money, especially when you get a lot of money.
Well, the way I look at it in life in general, when it comes to money, I trust people and money. That's anybody in my life, with people, workplace, person, whatever. I trust people and money as far as I can throw them. As cliche as that saying goes, that's how I feel about it.
Exactly, because you got to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself.
Else will do it for you.
Because ain't nobody paying your bills. Ain't nobody doing all this stuff. You have to do it for yourself. So that's important. So yes, when it comes to my money, I get upset if anybody upsets the balance of me and my money.
That part.
And I don't care if it's friends or family.
She'll come for you.
I will come for you.
She will kill you. Murder.
Because you messing up my shit.
Period. That part is true. So I Googled the other day. I was trying to keep up with the Pride Houston's last episode. And we sat here in the studio before the Buddies. By the way, the Buddies episode was fun too.
Oh, we had such a good time.
That was a good episode.
I have never had as much fun. You know, Wendy Taylor.
You know what? I'm gonna throw this out here right now for the viewers and listeners. We want to start doing the same kind of buddy shows, but at other bars. We don't care what kind of bar it is. If they welcome us, we welcome them. If you guys know anybody or have a suggestion, or if you're a bar manager and you're listening to this post and you think, hey, you can come do it here, please invite us. Please let us know. We are open to suggestions. We have some things that we're planning, some really cool, fun stuff, but in the meantime, you know what? Fuck it. Let's invite people to invite us to their place.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm down. Or if you're just an interesting person, you want us to come to your house and do a podcast there, fuck it. I'm down for that.
I am 100% down for that.
So we're throwing it down for you guys. So if you have an idea, if you know somebody that would love to have us there, let us know. I'm open to that experience.
You know, we recently went to a Houston podcasters group.
Yeah.
Where we had such an amazing time.
That was cute.
We played trivia. We got to know the people around. We got to talk about what it's like to podcast here in Houston.
A lot of experience.
Those guys have a lot of experience. Plus, we talked to a couple of people who were like, I'm thinking about starting a podcast, but I don't know this and that. And I
remember that girl who her friends were already they did video production.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm like, girl, your best friend does video production. He's telling you he's going to teach you how. Do you know how much money you're going to save? And I don't think she ever grasped that until we told her. I was like, girl, use your friends. Not use them for your in a negative way, but use your friends in the or tell them to teach you.
Yeah, exactly.
Use your resources, girl, for real.
We all use each other a little bit if it helps us grow.
For business.
Not for pleasure. Although,
let's clear it up.
Although, if that's your kink, I'm not here to kink shame you. If that's what you're into,
encourage the kink.
We encourage the kink. So if that's your thing, have a good time as long as it's consensual.
So I Googled. So remember last episode we were talking about Pride Houston. So I Googled it and see if there's any updates. So far, there's no court updates that I can see on the news or back on that website that I posted about. The only thing I did see is that they're going to do a Pride party in Montrose on the 25th of September. Mm-hmm. So at least we're throwing that out there. They're going to have like just events all throughout the neighborhood that whole weekend. Mm-hmm. So that's next month, technically. So we're on as of this episode, we're on the 19th of October. No, we're on August.
August.
Mm-hmm. And school started. Girl, the bars are so quiet now.
I know.
Bitch, I went out. I've been going out. It's like a ghost town damn near during the weekdays, especially. Like, I know the weekends are busy, but now it's like, girl, I'm like, it's like half the crowd. We're all kept looking like, what's going on? Where are the people at? They're back in school, bitch. And it's now school night, so they can't go out.
You know, I have teachers. Y'all get wild when y'all go out.
That part, bitch.
Y'all get wild when the moment that a teacher asks me if I want to come hang out with her, I'm like, yes, girl, yes. Because I know, one, it's going to be fun, and two, it's one of those rare times where I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to have a few drinks, and I'm going to watch what's going on.
Them hoes get lit.
Them hoes get lit. They get lit. And I understand why. When you have to deal with
children,
other people's children, as we say in the South, children. And then
when you have to deal with other people's kids.
But then you have to deal with their parents. Which, by the way, I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit better this year, because after parents had to do all that homeschooling last year, they now understand what teachers go through.
That part.
Y'all need to get y'all shit together and realize what teachers... And we need to be paying... Why are we still not paying teachers more?
Wait, so what is this? Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Teachers are very underpaid, and they actually deserve to be paid a lot more for what they do.
Yeah, exactly. And they have to deal with your kids?
That part.
That part.
Your raggedy ass, stinky ass, dumbass
kids.
No brushed hair, no brushed teeth ass kids. Yeah.
Who y'all think are the greatest things on the planet?
They not.
They're not. They're
just that one sperm that made it to the egg, bitch. That's all they are. That's all the fuck they are.
Girl, I think I want to high five you for that one, girl.
Period.
Oh, by the way, the high five was invented by a gay man. Just want to let that put.
Really?
Yes, it was.
I can see that.
It was invented by a gay baseball player from the 1970s. Amazingly enough,
what's going to be our code? How about if we just
exactly?
We call it a handshake.
So y'all,
that's our signal.
So just to let you know, Straits appropriated the high five because that was a gay thing. You're welcome.
You're welcome, bitches. What is this Carl Nassib that you were mentioning?
Carl Nassib, if I'm correctly, is the first openly gay football player in the NFL now.
Let me look him up.
He's kind of cute in a white fraternity boy kind of thing going on.
Carl Nassib, daddy ass NFL. Ooh.
Yeah, he's kind of cute, isn't he?
Okay.
He looks like somebody you would pledge.
Oh, I'm gonna show y'all.
You would pledge a frat with. Yes.
Girl.
Yes, he's cute.
He look like a big old bottom too.
He probably is.
He's probably got those thick ass.
You know what? I can tell you right now, if we were in a situation where he and I...
This is on the New York Times website.
Okay.
He's
cute.
That's baby daddy. That's Poppy.
Is that Poppy?
Girl, he is now. Your beliefs align with my beliefs, Carl.
Let me ask.
Bank account aligns with my bank account.
Let me ask you a question. Would you want him on top of you or under you?
However daddy wants it.
Okay.
If he's sponsoring, he's paying, wherever the fuck he wants, he's getting.
Then you're going to be on top of him.
Hey, makes it easier for me. Thanks, daddy.
You're going to have those big old tree trunk legs.
He's cute.
Sitting on top of your shoulders, girl.
How much is she worth? Let's see, just curious.
Is she really asking how much she worth?
Let me see. Might as well. I mean, he's a football player. Net worth. What do we type? 2021. There we go.
He is looking this shit up. He is seriously looking this shit up, y'all.
He's worth around $7 million. I'll take that. That's entry level salary.
Does he have a significant other?
He better not.
Is he a single gay man?
I will come for you, bitch.
Is he a single gay man? Is he a gay man?
I would be if I had $7 million in my bank account right now. I play for the NFL. I had these looks and I had this privilege. Could clearly.
Let me tell you something,
bitch. I would be single AF.
I want a gay man who comes out in sports to be like Tiger Woods. I do. I want him to be.
He is 6'7",
girl.
Ooh, you gotta climb that tower,
girl.
6'7".
I'm versatile. I can tell you right now, whatever position he wants me in, I'll be in it. 6'7". Have you seen 6'7"? 6'7".
If you're watching miraculously somehow, if this gets out to you, just know that I'm here for you. If you ever need anything, you can reach out with your $7 million and we can make this happen.
If you need a daddy type who will help you in your career, who will encourage you.
I don't know if he's single. You know how we'll find out he's
Make sure you go to the gym every day. Make sure you get all your stuff done. While I sit by the pool and do my stuff, you will be fine.
Let me see if he's in a relationship. Bitch, bitch, I literally Google. I'm Googling everything right now.
Look at this. He is Googling to find out if he's in a relationship or not.
Is Carl Nassib married? Oh, he's had girlfriends? Wait, are we looking at the same person?
We're looking at the same. Now, he just came out, so yes, he probably did have girlfriends. He's a football player.
I can help him translate.
In high school, he probably had girlfriends.
Well, this one gave me... Okay, so he's 28. He was born in 93. He's an Aries. His net worth is $7 million, according to the contract. 6'7". He's single.
He's single. Every bottom's pussy is popping right now. Right now.
Whatever you
And there are a couple of tops going, I could take that. I could take that.
He's gorgeous.
6'7". There's a 5'1" top going, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. Somewhere out there is a 5'1" top.
I mean, he's freaking gorgeous. He's got that all-American look to him, too.
Yeah.
That part. Girl, let me stop over here fantasizing about this man. He's never going to be in my goddamn life. Won't even come close to him.
Well, he might come. He plays football, which means he...
Carl, if you want to be on the show and you're watching miraculously, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
I'm going to follow him on IG right now.
Are you going to follow him on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. If you want to be on the show, come on and be on the show.
I might get blocked by the end of the day.
We need to have a sports person on the show.
No, we don't.
Yes, I want a sports person on the show.
To talk about sports?
Yes.
He does have an Instagram.
Look at you.
Oh, he's a defensive end. Yeah, she a bottom.
Oh.
Power.
Oh, yes, that defines it right there.
Look at that ass, though. He's got a nice ass. Look at those guns. Look at my baby showing you all his guns. Hey, Carl.
Look at you. You already found your husband and everything. Well, I don't know about husband. Is it going to be husband? I
mean, if he's sponsoring, he can
Girl.
He can be baby daddy if he wants at that point.
Where you going to get the baby from?
I'm going to steal it. Find me a baby in the bleachers and be like, your baby. Don't worry. He's going to have a good life.
Good Lord. This girl here.
We'll get a dog. That would be the baby. Figured it out. So yeah, wow, good call on that one.
I know,
he's a cutie.
He's a cutie.
Wait, so what? Did you find out why he came out, or what was his thing?
He just decided that he did not want to. You know what he said? I don't want to live in the closet anymore.
Period.
I want to live my life fully. I'm gay, and this is what he told the media. I need some time to process this, so don't approach me just for right now.
And the media will come for him.
And no, they didn't. They actually gave him some time.
Oh, they actually respected him.
They actually respected him, which I'm like, that's unusual for the media to do.
It says Carl Nassib has become the first active NFL player to come out as gay, making the announcement in a video posted to Instagram on Monday. That's on theguardian.com. He said, I'm at my house here in Westchester, Pennsylvania, said Nassib, in a defensive end for Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, the Raiders are in Las Vegas now?
Yeah, they're in Las Vegas.
That's how much I know about sports, girl. I just wanted to take a quick moment and say that I'm gay. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but finally feel comfortable enough to get it off my chest. I have the best life. I've got the best family, friends, and job a guy can ask for. Oh, he came out during Pride Month.
Yeah, he came out during Pride Month.
He said, I'm a pretty private person, so I hope you guys know that I'm really not doing this for attention. I just think it's representation and visibility are so important. You
know what? He gave some money to the Trevor Project, too.
$1,000 to the Trevor Project.
Sure did.
Get it, girl. Okay.
Sure did.
I'm gonna be a fan now, just for that.
Of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Didn't even know they were in Las Vegas.
I know
now. I support his daddy. I support the team. I live for the message. I will.
Do you think he could have been a member of the Texans if he had come out? I feel like Las Vegas seems to work for coming out. I don't think the Texans would have been like.
I mean,
I don't know how understanding the Texans would have been.
the fact that he came out in Las Vegas in general, he's at where he's at now, that lets me know that the NFL is embracing it. That they're the NFL as a whole, regardless of what team you are on.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that he can come out and they actually respected it and like treat it as a parade or belittle it.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a lot of gay dudes already in the NFL. It's just a lot of them are out. Simple as that. Or they didn't want that attention to them. But I'm glad he did that. I'm glad he came out because he's, like he said, he's down a bit. He's somebody visible. He's representation. It lets somebody out there know, like, hey, if he's out, I can be out too. So it lets me know that in 2021, the NFL has progressed a step forward.
It took forever for somebody in sports.
And think about it. It's a male-dominated sport.
It is a male.
There's a lot
of testosterone, a lot of...
There's gay activities going on that we just don't...
Yeah, exactly.
There's locker room stories I'm sure they're going to come out someday. Girl,
exactly.
Are we surprised?
But they always come out after their career is over. Or, yeah, exactly. Now I want them to come out while they're playing. And now we have a player. And hopefully we'll have more players coming out after this now.
So, I heard you're dating now.
I'm trying
Specifically, you're dating on Facebook.
I am trying it.
Facebook dating. So how did this come about?
Okay, so what it came about was a conversation that I had with a couple of my friends. And I talked about Facebook dating with them. And one of the friends who lives in Arkansas, by the way, said that most of the guys who...
Which, by the way, we discussed, sorry to cut you off, but we discussed that we want to go to, I think we're going to Arkansas Pride.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're planning that, and that would be a cute.
I would like to go out of state. I like
to go to other cities' prides to see what they do, to see something different.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's going to be cute. We're going to be there. It's October 16th. Is what we looked up on the internet early. What we Googled earlier, and I was like, I can take that Saturday off.
That's a 9-hour road trip. You ready for that?
I'm down for a road trip.
I love road trips.
We can take my car if you want.
Yeah, I love road trips. Road trips are amazing.
Or airplane ride.
Well, you would end up with me and my cousin if we did that, because my cousin wanted to go too, and we have I
can barely tolerate you. Can I tolerate your cousin?
Yes, you can. He is funny. He is funny and amazing.
That'd be cool. We can share the drive.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to let the people know.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're in Arkansas and you have any suggestions, if you know what we should do while we're there,
yeah, exactly.
Comment. Down there.
And by the way, we can do an episode of the podcast from there if y'all want us to do that. I'm down with it. We could pack up some of the. Okay, we could pack up some. All we need is like 2 mics and the Roadcaster. That's it.
I'm down for that.
So yeah, we could pack up.
If y'all know anybody in Arkansas that works at a bar that can get us into so we can do our platform on there, we would love you for that.
We would love because we want to see.
We need to start looking it up now. What bars are out there? Reach out to their teams and if we wanted to do a podcast episode, can we do it?
Amazingly enough, there's a little town in Arkansas called Eureka Springs. And Eureka Springs, the majority of the population is gay.
Oh, is it really?
Yes. And I'm curious because I want
How far is it from Little Rock?
I think it's about 50 miles from your...
Oh, that's nothing.
Little Rock is like super small. A drive in Little Rock is like a drive from...
Here to Katy.
Or from here to Austin or that kind of thing.
Was it called Eureka?
Eureka Springs. I read a little bit about it. It's a cute little town. It kind of reminds me of Asheville.
Oh, Eureka Springs in Carroll County.
It kind of reminds me of Asheville, North.
Very small.
Yeah, it's a very small town. I think it's about 2,000 people. 2,000 to 3,000.
She is far from Rock.
But me and my friends are curious because we heard that there's a big
road trip adventures.
Yes, exactly.
Let's go. I'm gonna see it.
I think it would be kind of cute to do like a road trip adventure kind of thing with the show.
That would be dope.
That would be dope because I really do want to.
So we come in Arkansas. Be ready for us. We gotta start booking shit now.
We do.
I'm gonna get my own room. Just throw that out there.
Okay. Well, we can say. Well, I can say with my friend David because he has a 2-bedroom condo.
And plus I snore like a motherfucker. You do not want to share a room. I snore like a fucking lion.
Okay.
I sleep apnea, bitch. I snore.
Okay, I'm not really going to say anything right now because there's so many things. Not about you. Not about you, but
I'll fight you.
Yes, exactly. But the fact of the matter is I can deal with snoring, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, my shit's bad.
I have learned that earplugs can be your best friend.
Yes, they can, and I have them handy available.
They can be your earplugs can be your best friend when you have a snorer in the room. Now, don't get me wrong, I snore too, but not to the levels of snoring that I've actually recorded myself. You know, they have. Amazingly enough, I wanted to see.
You?
Yes, I wanted to find out how badly I snore.
Snore porn.
And they have these apps where you can
watch record.
Yes, where they can record you the entire night. By the way, not only can you hear yourself snoring, you can hear yourself farting in the middle of the night, which is so cool. I think it's so cool
because you're so loose down there.
Okay,
do you even fart anymore? It's just a
breath of wind. It's just wind now coming out, and sometimes it's grassy. Sometimes it's a little spicy.
That on your Facebook dating profile, please?
I would love that.
Yeah.
But
can you imagine reading that?
I know.
My hobbies include snoring and farting.
I bet you I would still get 90 responses to that. Oh, I love that too.
Oh my God. So how is Facebook dating? Have you got any dates through there? Have you talked to anybody?
I have talked to several. You know what?
What?
Facebook dating. My God, you get bombarded. I got bombarded the first day that I was on there.
Sheesh.
With so many different men.
She felt pretty.
And
she felt wanted.
I used, you know what it was? I used the pictures that you took.
Yes, queen.
And yes, I did look pretty.
Finally. Because
this bitch knows how to take a picture. This bitch don't know anything else. She don't even know how to lay a man right. But she knows how to take a picture. So, yes, I used some of the pictures that he used. You know, and I don't mean any harm to someone.
It gives me gratification knowing that my pictures got you ass, or it's going to get you ass.
But you know, I have a different idea of what I want.
Okay,
and I think that it's hard for a lot of people. You know, I get a lot of guys who are like, "I'm looking for LTR," and I'm like,
long-term relationship. In case you didn't know,
yeah. By the way, if you don't know what that is, you about 90 years old. Everybody knows what that is.
I'm surprised you knew.
I know, right? But LTR has been around for a lot longer than you think. So the thing is that when I talk to guys who are like LTR, I'm like, hey, I don't think we're going to be compatible because I'm just looking for casual.
Yeah.
And for me, casual is I don't mind hanging out with you. Let's hang out together.
Right.
Let's do interesting things together.
Right.
We have great sex, but I don't see you.
Do you have commitment issues or no?
No, I don't. It took, and by the way, it took years of therapy for me to figure this out. I'm a free spirit.
Yeah.
And I don't look for commitments simply because commitments don't work for me.
Correct.
And I've tried them in the past.
I'm a free spirit too. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to commitment, I go by if it feels right. Mm-hmm. And some people you just don't. I don't feel. If I don't feel it's right with you, then I'm not going to bother.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, if I feel it's right, and I feel like, hey, we're going to have a good time together, but
right,
I'm trying to do the podcast, and I'm trying to do all the things that I want to do.
Yes, you have to balance that.
I think one of the best people that I met was Lola Standard.
Okay. Yeah.
And
that was a good interview, by the way.
That was a fantastic interview, and I can't wait to have her on the show again. And y'all going to meet her again soon because I can't wait to. By the way, she's going to bring her wife.
Good.
So we're going to have that's going to be
interesting.
That's going to be a very interesting conversation.
Let's book her next.
Yes, we're going to book her next because
she comes next Wednesday.
Yes, exactly.
You reach out to her.
I'll reach out to her.
Yeah. Do it next Wednesday. We'll set it up right here.
I really want to do that in the studio, though, because that would be so cute.
You want to wait on that?
Yeah, let's wait on that.
Easton, if you're watching, bitch, I'm going to need you to hurry it up, mama.
Hurry up and get that studio ready, because we ready to...
Easton is, he helps run, he's one of the co-founders, and he runs Out and Proud Live.
Out and Proud Live, which if you see...
I saw her out last night, too, but she was drinking with me. We were drinking. We were both lit.
Can I tell you something?
I kept buying shots like Easton.
I could party with Easton. Easton is so much fun.
He's an outgoing person.
Easton is out... And you know what?
And she has fun. She's a classy girl. I like her. She's very classy.
I can't believe I'm saying this. He's kind of cute.
He's gorgeous. He's handsome.
He's kind of cute. He is the whitest person I've ever seen. I swear to God. I don't mean no harm, Easton, but he is the whitest person.
Put some respect on his name.
You know, when I was talking to him and I said some things and his cheeks turned red, I was like, yeah, that's so adorable. Why is that so adorable?
Bright cherry red. Like
they just turned bright cherry red.
Oh.
And
we love you, Easton.
We love you, Easton. And, you know, he's been very successful at what he's done. You know, I like a successful man.
Yes.
And you know what? I've never thanked you for this. I'm so glad that you hooked the show up with him, even before you were on the show when it was me and Charlotte. And
that's what I like to do when if I see that two people have something that I know would benefit them, or like if I see I can make a connection between people and I can be that bridge, I just do it.
And I like to meet people that I click with instantly. We had lunch. I think the very next day after you suggested that, we clicked right away.
Nice.
And I realized that this is someone
He's an easygoing guy.
He is the most easygoing guy, but
very easy to talk to.
He knows what he wants.
Yes,
and he knows how to do things.
I respect that guy.
I respect that.
Low-key, I admire you a little bit.
I do too.
But you admire him in different ways than I do.
Okay,
your admiration is more sexual.
It's not sexual. Maybe a little.
Maybe a lot.
Maybe a little. And then he told me he was a bottom, and I'm like, why did you tell me that?
Why are you outing him on the platform?
I'm sorry, Easton. Please bleep that out. Can you bleep that out?
I am now.
You're going to have to bleep that out. I'm sorry, Easton. I'm sorry. He brought booze over. I'm sorry. But the fact of the matter is that when you meet someone, and I want to say this, when you meet someone, I've been doing podcasting now for 3 years.
Yeah.
And this show has had ups and downs,
of course,
for the last 3 years. But I love it. Every time I wake up in the morning, I think, what am I going to do this week for the show?
Yep.
What kind of conversations are we going to have?
Yep.
This and that.
By the way, we were going to have a guest.
We were going to have a guest.
So today's Thursday. We normally do our show on Wednesdays. Mm-hmm. There was a power outage in his neighborhood, so that kind of because we had Brian Brumley was going to come on the show. Mm-hmm. He's a personal chef. He's a chef and a personal chef for some people. Mm-hmm. We were going to talk to him. He was excited. Mm-hmm. I literally told him an hour before the show. He's like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "I wish I was joking." Mm-hmm. The power went out in his neighborhood. Like, and this is where we have all the.
We had a big thunderstorm.
Yeah, it's been bad rain.
We had a big thunderstorm and we lost power for a couple of hours.
My apartment community, so the power went out for like 5 minutes, but when it came back, it fucked up the entire we have like those remotes that scan to the door and lets you in. They fucked up, so now nobody can get in with you. So yeah, it's become a chaos.
Yeah, it's been a little bit chaotic.
The Amazon lockers aren't working properly, so they're not sending out the proper hey, your package arrived. A little bit of everything. So the office people had to email the whole community, said y'all chill the fuck out. We are aware of all the problems that y'all are complaining about. Mm-hmm. Give us a day or two. The shit, either burnt out or rebooted itself, and just let it be. Give it a second.
Can I tell you something? This is the first episode of this show, and I think it's been a long time. It doesn't happen that often, but when it does, I recognize it. Uh-oh. This is the first episode where we did not take a break.
That's true.
Once. We've done an hour and 2 minutes of the show without stopping.
That's cute.
We have. That has only happened.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. We'll see you later. It was a great show.
Bye, bitch. Bye.
But it only happens very rarely.
Yeah.
And when it does, I get so happy because it really just does show that.
Aww. Are you getting sentimental on me and shit right now?
We can do this in front of
don't do it.
We can do this in front of an audience. I can't wait till we do this in front of an audience. You got that little blue vein hanging out on your forehead.
I do.
Yeah, you got a little blue vein.
Is she hanging?
She's hanging right here.
I saw the Buddies podcast the whole time. I had a little soup here. I'm like, where the fuck that come from? Did you see that on the video?
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I noticed because I was looking at myself. So I was like, why is there a little Superman soup right here, bitch? I was annoyed by it. And none of y'all said anything.
No, we didn't notice it because
y'all probably thought it was part of the look. And the whole time I'm like, why didn't nobody? That's how you know you don't have real friends around you. Because if these were my real friends, they would have been let me know, mama.
First of all,
second of all, don't interrupt. third of all, had you corrected my hairstyle choice.
Okay, first of all, you were kind of busy because you had someone there with you, so you were kind of
cute, handsome young man.
You were kind of busy. You were kind of busy.
Vacation, by the way. He's in Hawaii.
I had a dream about Hawaii last night.
Are we going? What's going on? Are we doing a podcast there?
I think we might I think we might end up there.
Let's do it. Fuck.
I had a dream about Hawaii last. I cannot believe that your boyfriend went to Hawaii when I literally had a dream of
my what?
Your friend.
Who's a boy?
Who happens to be a boy.
Got it.
I'm sorry. Did I say that?
You slipped up, girl.
I did slip up. I don't know what to say.
No disrespect.
No shade or disrespect.
That's copy. I was like, whoa, that title.
You're lucky I didn't say husband, because sometimes I say husband, but I don't know where everything is in that. So I just say whatever. The person you're dating is in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I had a dream about Hawaii the night before. That's weird.
What happened in Hawaii? What was your dream about?
The dream was, I think I was with a group of other people, and we had just made it to Hawaii, and I'd never been to Hawaii before.
I've never been either.
And
let's go to Hawaii, Joel.
How?
Bitch, on an airplane. You think we're going to paddle there on a fucking boat? I didn't think on a fucking kayak, and we're going to stand there and just fucking paddle our way to... Bitch, how you... A mule?
Sweetie, we could take a cruise to Hawaii.
Oh, now you're thinking. Mm-hmm. Now she's expanding. Mm-hmm. I fucks with that.
Mm-hmm. I've taken cruises before.
I've never been on a cruise.
Cruises are fun.
Yes, I've heard.
Cruises are fun.
I want to go.
But you need to... Here's what I'm going to tell you right now. Wait a few more years.
Why?
Because you're too young for a cruise. You would be bored on the cruise. Honestly, yes.
Why? How?
Unless you have kids, or unless you're a little bit older.
Oh, I've been watching cruise TikTok, and they've been showing you tricks on there on how to sneak alcohol in. Bitch, they're smart.
You know who my best friend has been sneaking alcohol on cruises for
decades.
He knows how to get
bitch.
And
TikTok
trust me,
had some clever. And they had some clever ass shit.
Yes.
You would have knew like what. Not just like everybody does the Listerine bottle and shit. No, there was like even more clever than that. I don't want to say them out loud because I don't want them to be like, oh.
I'm not going to. I wanted to. There's one trick that my best friend uses that I cannot say. I will say off the air to you later, but I cannot say because it is the most ingenious thing ever.
So how do you pronounce this? Shang Chi controversy?
Shang Chi.
Okay.
And I know that I'm still pronouncing it wrong because this is from now.
And we love our Asian community, so we mean no disrespect if we mispronounce it.
Here's the thing: I don't get to
the movie that's coming out.
Yes, I don't get to talk a lot about the comic book side of me,
and that's a good show. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's like mid-conversation.
Well, we talked about this earlier, how certain aspects of TikTok that I love, and one of those is the comic book section because I am a nerd. I'm the biggest blurred, and I think they call it blurred now.
You should meet my
because I'm black and a nerd.
You should meet my best friend Jared. Like he's a comic book nerd.
I am a comic.
We get along actually really well.
Yes, I love comic books. I love the whole superhero genre. I love dissecting it down to I love it. And the fact of the matter is that as much I'm a Spider-Man fan, I'm an old school Peter Parker, 1970s, been reading comic books since the 1970s. I know a lot about comic books. And I know that I haven't read a lot of the new issues lately simply because, life.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm trying to, I do want to get back into that later on. But thankfully enough, comic book TikTok has helped me realize how much I missed it and how much I love it.
That's good because there's a community out there.
It is a community, and it's
a tribe of people that love, and they're deep, they're into.
They're deep
hardcore
into it
about it, and they'll teach you shit you didn't even know.
And they'll have conversations that I've had conversations about for I don't know how long about certain subjects, about race, about all kinds of stuff that goes into.
I'm sorry, I'm not that girl. I
know.
Got into comics like that. I like watching the movies and shit like that, but part of me wishes that I could have I've always wanted get into and get the know-how and the backstory and live that world and understand it.
I think what I love about nerd culture is the fact that you could be a nerd when it comes to anything that you like. If there's something that you obsess over, what is the one thing that you think that you obsess over?
Dick.
Okay. Well, let's take dick for example.
Eggplant.
How much do you know about dick?
A lot.
So can you tell me the ins and outs of what the difference is between being uncut and cut?
Yeah.
Everything that you could possibly tell me about dick that you know about.
It's good. It's delicious. It's great. What else do you need me to tell you?
Okay.
What else do you want me to let you know, Joe?
So that means that you might be a little bit of a nerd about dick, because it's a subject that you know about. It's a subject that
I'm a dick sommelier, bitch.
Yes, exactly. So it's something that you know about, and
I can taste a dick blind. This is from that region. This was.
Oh my god! I don't know what to call you, the dick whisperer.
Yes,
Julio, the god of dick.
Okay.
I don't even know what to say here right now.
It's uncut. There's a little cheat.
Do you know the different levels of uncut, though? There are different levels of uncut.
I thought it was just on and off. Like,
no. There's different levels of uncut.
Half uncut, kind of uncut.
There's the hood. There's the
extra skin.
There's the overflow. There's the extra skin.
I have extra skin. Just throwing it out there.
Are you uncut?
Yes, of course. I'm Hispanic. Why wouldn't I be?
Okay, you know what? A lot of the Hispanic guys.
You people. Is that what you're gonna say next?
Yes, a lot of you people.
You want to attack me?
A lot of you people. But no, the fact of the matter.
Can you imagine that blind test?
I would love to see that. That would be the most amazing thing. It would be like
line up some dicks and then just.
I know it would be like
at eye level and just be like. He is white. I get a European vibe.
You would be able to break down his entire DNA just from a little bit of a lick of a dick.
Are you a ginger? Okay, girl. Bitch, can you?
You are. From what I taste, you are.
Yes.
31% German. 71%.
Bro, your unknown caller is calling.
Okay, that's fine. It's in the corner over there, so it's fine.
Let me answer. I'm gonna answer.
Are you? No, too late.
She hung up. I was about to be like, hello? Why you calling my man?
Can you imagine being able to break that? Just a little taste of dick, and you could break down their entire DNA structure,
the whole genealogy.
You'd be able. Oh wait, I think you're susceptible to this disease, so you might want to watch out. Oh, and you're also I can see future generations susceptible to breast cancer, so make sure you take care of that.
Okay.
So, girl.
Period. So, what was the controversy with?
Controversy. I mean,
Shang Chi.
This is going to be. This episode is off the chain right now. Oh my god, this episode is. I don't know if we think this is funny. I hope everybody thinks this is funny because this is. Oh, it is. This is the funniest episode
because it's me, bitch. No, okay.
This is the funniest. Shang Chi. The whole thing about the release and whether it's going to be in theaters for the whole time.
Like the Black Widow scenario where like it came out in theaters and they released it on streaming.
No, it came out both in theaters and on streaming. By the way, she's suing for that. And I'm like, I understand why she would be suing for that. Yeah. But the fact of the matter is we're still not at the point.
I think we're at the point now where movies are just going to come out to streaming and they're going to do like premiere access type shit.
But we're not at the point where we can go back to the theater yet. Okay. Even though I'm gonna be honest, I go to the theater, but I go like at 2:00 in the afternoon.
I am not stopping my life, and I'm not gonna live in fear because of COVID. With all due respect, I know how you feel about the subject, and you know how I feel about it. But it's like, girl, there's only so much fear we can tolerate before it's like you stop letting me live my life.
Girl, you already had the second vaccination. I'm okay. Well, you do whatever you want to do after
Forcefully.
This. I know you didn't want to do it. I
was actually having this conversation with my best friend Jerry. He was like, I refuse to get. He sounded like me. So then finally, when I got the vaccine, I was like, girl, it's not as bad as you think it is. Do we agree with the agenda? No. But it's going to get to a point where you're going to be forced to get vaccinated. I just hate it. I was like, girl, it's getting to that point now. The mask mandate came back. Now it's getting to the point where it's like you're going to feel that pressure from employers are starting to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you're required to be required to be vaccinated by this date, and if you are not, we'll just take you off the schedule, or we can no longer let you in the building, we'll restrict your access to shit. Like, it's getting to a point where you're feeling that pressure, not directly from the government, but for the businesses around you, your employers.
Let me remind people of this, and I think people need to be reminded of this. A business is a personal entity. They are not part of the government.
Correct.
Whatever rules they decide to make,
their rules.
It's their rules.
We may not like
it. Period. If you don't like it, as someone once said, find another job.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter, and this, you know what? It's fine when it's just us.
I even had a coworker that messaged me about that particular. Not a coworker, one of my old coworkers from. I'm not going to say specifically which one it was, but they're like, "Hey, they're requiring us to get vaccinated now." I don't know how I feel about it. Can you call me and I feel like I can talk to you about it because you got vaccinated, right? And I was like, yeah, my job required me and required me to do it, which I did it anyways. I wasn't against. I was against it, but I didn't. I'm like, girl, if that's the one way I got to keep a job, so be it. You know.
Once again, you got to pay the bills.
That part.
You got to take care of yourself.
That part.
You take care of this show, so I need you to be.
Now I feel more like now that I've had both shots, I just feel like I did my part, and now if anybody starts to talk shit to me about it, oh, you're not vaccinated. It's like, actually, bitch, rewind that tape. Yes, I'm vaccinated.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Like, I can talk shit back now without feeling like you're right. You know, when you argue with vaccinated people, they act like they're so fucking grandiose and godlike, and I got vaccinated, and I've dealt with them at the bar.
Is that how you think we act?
No. I've dealt with them at the bar. The people that are vaccinated, they're over. Girl, there's one person that pepper sprayed somebody because they got too close in the bar scene in Montrose. Y'all might have heard that story. That got, but
pepper spray.
Girl, there's a person that he was vaccinated. He was boasting about being vaccinated. Somebody got too close to him that wasn't vaccinated. This is like a few months ago, and apparently they got too close to his personal space. And he said, "Back it up. You're not vaccinated. Back it up." And they're like, "No, but I need to tell you something."
Okay, that's a little extreme.
It was extreme, bitch.
That's a little extreme. It was extreme as well. We really don't need
that
to go
person.
Then
later on went on social media. Was like, you queens love to talk shit. This is what really happened. It was just this crazy dude that approached my friend, and I didn't like the way he approached my friend. But no, everybody at the bar, even the people that worked there, I talked to them. They're like, no, he was yelling about COVID and shit. You know who you are, and if you don't, well, so be it.
I don't want you to watch this video later when you're editing and going, oh, I regret saying that.
No, like, I'm conscious of what I say on this show. Like, if and when I do say shit, it lives out. It's gonna be out there. Fuck it.
I realize that, and I understand. And like I said, this is why we make such a great team.
Period.
That's why we make such a great team.
That's why we're those girls.
We're those girls. We have no problem with saying what we have to say.
Period.
And you know how many conversations that have led to arguments.
Yes.
And everything else afterwards. Yes. That is like, Joel, I don't agree with what you have to say, so I have to let you go. I'm like, wait, we can't have an argument? We can't have an argument.
That's how you know she's toxic. I want you to argue with me.
No, it's just the fact that I don't have a problem with...
No, we're actually pretty good at communicating.
Yeah.
I think we are.
We're excellent at it.
Yeah,
and we already had our first argument, so it was...
The first show.
The first show. We had our first argument during the first show.
I'm glad with that.
I am so glad we got that out of the way. I think we established ourselves.
Yes.
And mainly that argument was really about trust issues. Yep. And we both have trust issues. We really do.
We do.
We really do have trust issues.
We do.
We try to help other people, and then we watch people go off and do their thing.
Yep.
And then we're like, well, we're here. And they're like, I don't need you anymore. I did all this stuff on my own. And then you're like, wait a minute. No, you didn't.
Joel's opinions are his own and do not reflect mine necessarily. It was low-key shade in there, but okay.
It was low-key shade, but you understand. You've done this.
Loud and clear.
You understand this. Because you've helped this show.
Thank you guys for tuning in this week.
Because you've helped this show, and... you could have gotten that same response. Oh, well, Julio did this, but we don't really need him anymore. Thank you. Bye. That was so cute. And you even said, "Hey, I just wanted to do this. Whatever you've done. If it's artwork. By the way, artwork created by Julio. This was created by Julio, and this was when he was a guest on our show the second time.
That shit is ugly.
Are you going to change it?
No. It's cute. No, it is cute. I like it. And eventually, no, I'm always about changing our shit all the time. Speaking of, we should kind of low-key wrap it up because I want to do promo pictures of us after this recording. That way I can get to editing and all that good shit.
Okay. Well, we still have a few minutes.
We do?
We still have a few minutes.
Because, girl, editing video for the show, it's a process.
I know. And you're going to get to
I'm going to put it in this way. So, like, editing at least 15 minutes worth of work for the show takes me at least 3 to 4 hours. Because I'm focusing on things that, like, I pay attention. I'm a very detail-oriented and I'm very meticulous. So all the shit y'all see, you're welcome. But it takes, video editing takes a while. Y'all
should see his process when he gets here. And I'm going to get a little bit better at making sure that you are prepared. We did a show at Buddy, so most of the stuff was packed up.
I like that show. That was a good show.
That was a good show. But the fact of the matter is that most of the stuff was packed up, and you literally had everything like in little corners, and all you had to do was just put them up and go.
That's it.
And then you had to redo the whole thing again because once again we did a show at Buddy, so everything was packed up. And I'm sitting here, and this is me sitting here going, and I'm going to try to make sure Julio's set up and ready.
Oh, thank you.
And here I am pulling equipment out of the bag. And I'm like, I don't know where this goes. I have no idea what this is. And I'm like, well, at least I can do is put the stands out. That's the least I can do so he doesn't have to unpack the stands. But I'm looking at everything going, wait a minute, I need to... Because I'm looking at the umbrellas. That was the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was easy, but the umbrellas, I'm like...
That part.
What hole does this go into? I don't recognize what hole. And
that's a first for you.
And by the way, as meticulous, yes, that is a first for me. As meticulous as you are, this is the most meticulous person I think I've ever met.
When it comes to productions,
when it comes to production and everything, you are the most meticulous. You
have to be.
You know exactly how you want things.
You have to be.
And that's
experience. That's just not me personally. This is experience of trial and error, learning mistakes from previous projects that I was like, moving forward, I'm going to do this different. It's like when we bartend, when we go behind the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Our natural instincts kick in, and we know how we want things set up. We know how our workflow is. It's kind of the same thing. So, like when I do this, I already know I already know how I want things to be seen, done, and heard.
When I bartended, and I know this is going to sound weird, I didn't mind if sometimes the bartenders would be like, hey, my shift is over and I'm leaving. But I didn't do this and that and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, just leave. I got it.
I left you with no limes, no backup of anything. Have a good shift.
But I had that little bit of time because I would go, when I would come in, it would be the slow period.
You know how I counteracted that problem? I came in earlier. I didn't want to. I was scheduled, like, for example, if I was to open like the 4 o'clock guy that took over for the morning people, I came in at 3:30. I automatically just started restocking, setting shit up because I didn't want to argue with the morning people. I didn't want to fight nobody. They were already mentally checked out. As soon as they saw me, I already knew they were just ready to go home. If anything, they were trying to give me their tables halfway through. Can you go ahead and finish this one out for me? No. Because then I'm like, people are going to feel weirded out that it's a new server, that people get weirded out by shit like that, little things.
But I really never got that upset about it because to me, that's my time.
Yeah,
that's my time to get things together, make sure there's ice, cut out the limes.
Me too.
Make the juices that I need to make.
I call that what's that called? I call it I forgot it right now. But it's like preparing, set up for success. It's
my zen moment to come into the shift because when I would come into a shift, I'd be like, okay, so in my head, knowing, especially if I know who's working. If I know there were those bartenders that I knew who would have everything ready for me.
Yeah.
But then I'd be standing around bored. And then I'm like, well, they have everything ready for me.
I like coming in early too because I like to absorb the environment before I walk in. That way by the time I get in the bar, I'm already aware of the room, the situation. Like I just show up prepared. Because I like to work. I'm energy based. I feed off of people's energies. So.
But I needed that moment where I needed to gradually get into it. And I needed that quiet time in my head where I would get everything ready. I'd make all the juices, all the sauces, all the stuff that I needed to make.
That's what he said.
To get my shift started, simply because it made me feel like I'm ready to tackle the day.
Correct.
and I have everything.
You prepared.
Yes. And when I had those certain bartenders who would go, okay, well, Joel, I already have all this done. So all you had to do is come in and get behind the bar.
Those are the good days. Those are you actually got shit done? Wow.
I would be like...
Thrown off.
I'd be thrown off because it's like I don't have that little period.
That I had to get to do that.
Because I felt like that was my Zen period.
Yeah.
Whereas I knew that there was... what's his name's working behind the bar? He ain't going to have shit done.
You knew who would...
He is not going to have shit done, but then I would be like super happy.
To a manager, you knew he still ain't going to have shit done.
He's not going to have anything done.
And he always had a bullshit-ass excuse. He or she always had a bullshit-ass excuse why... They didn't do what they were supposed to do. And
I would be mad.
I was busy. Really, because when I came in, you had no customers. And I saw you on your phone. What do you mean you were busy?
But I would come in sometimes and be like, oh, motherfucker, he doesn't have anything done. I'm going to do everything.
Because they knew you were going to come in and do it anyways.
But at the same time, it's like, you know what? It's cool.
I've had conversations with other people. Like, look, you know that I come in anyways because of you. So if you can actually help me before I get here, that would be nice. If not, fuck you, and I'll just do it myself.
But I was able to pull them to the side and go, look,
queen,
here's the thing. These are the things that I need done.
Period.
And if you don't have everything done, I'm okay with it. As long as you have these things done, I can do everything else.
Right.
That's all I'm asking. That's literally all I'm asking. So just have these few things done before I walk in. But I still need to have that little bit of time where I can just chill.
Yes.
And get everything ready, clean the bar, do all the stuff I need to do. Because that was my chill moment. And it gave me time to get ready for what's going to happen once 5 or 6 rolls around when everybody comes in for happy hour.
Yeah.
And they have all this other stuff. So, but the bartenders who would be like, Joel, I have all this stuff done. You don't have to worry about anything. And then I'm standing around for like an hour going, I have nothing to do.
They saved you that time.
I know.
Less bullshit you have to do. But that's appreciated.
But it was weird to me because I had nothing to do and I didn't like not having anything to do.
Right.
So I wouldn't get mad at them. I would be like, thank you for doing all of that. And I appreciate that because that's your job to do.
What the fuck?
I know. That's your job to do. But the fact of the matter is that maybe you leave me a little bit of something.
So, Joel, what do you think if we wrap it up and then do the photo shoot? Sorry, I'm over here. Bloop, 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 bloop. But, because I want to take pictures. Do you think...
Oh, we're about to wrap it up. We only have like 4 minutes.
Ew.
We have 4 minutes. We're going to wrap this up. We're gonna. What kind of pictures do you want to do? Are we gonna have to go out stores?
No, we'll do it right here in your living room. It's promo pics. I brought the backdrop. I bought that's what the bag is. That's for the big backdrop, which I left that's why I brought that roll. So it's essentially that's what I'm gonna use just to cover the background, and because I'm gonna cut you out of the background anyway. So I want pictures of you, pictures of me, picture of us.
Because I want a couple of pictures where there's some sun coming
for your Facebook profile.
Yes.
For your dating profile? So you get
not
some
for
new
that.
booty pics, some new whole pics.
I don't want any. Stop! Please stop sending those pics,
bitch. Those notorious ass.
Please stop sending those pics. Can I say this in the next few minutes? And we only have a few minutes left, and the show is almost over.
Say it.
Please stop sending me the booty pics, especially the rosebud pics. I don't want those. I do not want those. I don't understand why everybody keeps sending those.
It's a lifestyle.
Why? I realize that all you have to tell me is you're a bottom. That's it.
I don't even like seeing the whole pic.
I don't want to see that.
Just show me your ass. That's it. Just a cute ass angle. Show me that you got ass, and that's it. Make me imagine what your hole looks like.
Exactly. A cute ass angle to me is if you're standing up and you're doing some lunges.
I just feel like there's a little gremlin in there going, peekaboo.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to show me the gross details. I don't need the
ass arched and the ass spread open and there's that little booty hole, and I just feel like someone's gonna go peekaboo.
I think it's okay. My favorite ass pics are those where you're bending over to pick up something.
Okay.
You're doing your exercises.
Make the imagination go wild.
Yes, let me have a little bit of imagination. But if you show me everything,
there's nothing to imagine.
There's nothing to imagine, and at the same time, I'm like, I didn't ask to see that.
I'm sure there's guys out there that will argue against us, like, no, those are the best pictures to send.
Yeah, those are the guys who eat ass professionally.
Are you trying to see if they have hemorrhoids? What's up, Sass?
Before we leave this episode,
what's up?
One little thing.
Uh-oh.
Eating ass. How do we feel about that?
It's just fresh out the shower. I'm all game.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Anything else? No.
What you did throughout the day, I'm not into it. If I don't know if you wipe properly or not. Not everybody knows how to wipe properly. Not everybody knows how to clean themselves. So no.
If you ask me to eat your ass, I'm going to tell you to go take a shower
real quick, and then we can talk.
And not real quick. Get that washcloth out. Scrub. I want scrubbing.
Get that fupa out.
Get that fupa out. I want some scrubbing bubbles going on back there. Scrubbing bubbles. I want it clean. Because if you want that
that ass is not bleached, I don't want it.
If that rosebud is not sparkling when I look at it, I don't want it.
Girl.
I don't understand how guys who literally you came home from work after a hard day at work, you probably ate some bad.
Some guys are into it.
I know you ate some
gays that are out there like usually those are like the hardcore leather guys. They're like the dirtier the better. I'm like, ew. First of all,
your friends took you to lunch at Taco Bell, which by the way in Houston. Hell no.
I don't eat Taco Bell in general, so.
We live in Houston. I can go to a taco truck and get better food than Taco Bell.
And cheaper and better.
It's cheaper and better.
And they come with free beans, bitch.
Exactly.
Taco Bell don't give you no free beans.
Taco Bell, unless you are super drunk.
A couple of charro beans, it's hard.
When was the last time you ate Taco Bell?
This weekend. Actually, I thought you said taco truck. Sorry, not Taco Bell. Years. Honestly, I have
not eaten Taco Bell in years.
Me too. I don't care for that food.
I live in a neighborhood where there's 4 Mexican restaurants right down the street and 3 taco trucks
with 5 liquor stores. Because you're in the Nini. This is the ghetto, honey.
You in the Montrose.
The ghetto.
You are well taken care of in this neighborhood.
You got a white refrigerator.
Yeah, exactly. No matter what kind of food you gonna get on any drunken night in this neighborhood, girl, you taken care of. But you live in the Galleria. It's kind of the same thing.
I know. I live.
It's a little more
Greenway Plaza area. Galleria adjacent. But it's a hop skip away from Galleria, but it's not Galleria. Thank God. Galleria is always packed, busy, crowded, traffic. I can't stand that shit.
I know. Oh, good Lord.
Cannot. That shit's fucking annoying. And they've done a good job of revamping that area, switching the traffic lanes, construction. It's still just as shitty.
Girl, this was a good show.
It was.
We did an entire show for an hour 30. Nobody got up to go to pee.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be the easiest video you ever do.
I hope so, Beach.
I think so.
It should be.
It should be the easiest video you ever do because honestly, this is the easiest audio I'm ever going to do. Honestly, because there's no... I didn't have to stop the show several times. Right. I didn't have to put it on pause.
But y'all stay tuned though, because we got we're gonna line up some guests. Because what Joel and I were trying to work out first was like our chemistry, our thing, getting used to the lighting, getting used to the recording. I think we're there now. We're comfortable. So now we want to bring other people on. That way, when we're prepared, they can see that we're prepared. We're not like, oh my god, did you turn on that light? We're good to go. We're golden. We're solid.
And we're going to have opportunities to be in different locales. We're going to be in a studio.
I want us to do that. I want us to go to different locations and do the show there.
We're going to be in a studio with Easton, which I cannot wait to see what the studio looks like.
I spoke to the GM at Eagle, so he approved for us to.
Yes.
He got approval for us to do a show there, so expect us to have a show at Eagle Houston soon, next month or sometime.
And sometime in September.
We're trying to also do a show at Pearl, which is one of the few, which is crazy to say out loud. It's one of the handful of lesbian bars in the United States.
I think we're going to try to get out to Spring as well too.
Yeah, there's the room or something like that.
The Room, and there's one other bar that
somebody told. I think it was
Wendy told us about one other bar, but I think they're closing.
Oh.
And they have been a bar that has been besieged by the entire neighborhood for being open as a gay bar, and I think we need to get out there and support it.
Yes,
and we need to figure out how to get out there and support it.
Let's get out there. We're gonna start doing shows at the other places besides Buddies. We're aware of that. We've discussed it. Buddies was an amazing experience. We learned a lot from working at Buddies.
We have
that's where we got our outdoor show ground, like footwork and
once again, that was because you set it up, and you. Once again, had been on the show maybe once or twice, and said, "Hey, why don't you do a show at Buddies?"
Yeah.
And you came in and said, "I'll help you set it up and everything else." And suddenly we're at Buddies.
Boom.
And we had some great episodes, some of which are on video.
Yeah.
Some of which are on video.
That's true. Some of the early shows weren't on
some of the early, yeah.
We tried the video, but it didn't go so well.
Yeah, it didn't go so well,
but we're getting there. I'm actually going to get new lights too, by the way. Especially for traveling, these umbrella lights ain't going to cut it.
I know. And
I think I might get a few more ring lights.
Well, you're going to have to figure out how to do that because we are probably going to hit the road. I'm so.
If we'll talk about that stuff after.
We'll talk after the show.
That's
but
more logistic stuff behind the scenes. But yeah.
So like I said, invite us to places.
Honestly, please do.
If you're watching this from other locales outside of Houston, invite us.
Let us know. We'll tell you if we can make it or not. Or we can at least plan around it. So.
We'll figure something out. Because we're a young show and we're an eager show.
Yes.
Ready to go out in the world and do stuff.
That'd be so cool if we can go to different gay bars all over the U.S. and just interview people in different locations.
Yes. That'd
be fucking dope.
That'd be wonderful.
And get to experience a different city every time.
And that's exactly what I want. And that's why I had the Hawaii dream. I think we're going to end up in Hawaii.
I'm ready for it.
Can you imagine doing a show from Hawaii?
Yes.
By the way, we also have to do a show from Alaska.
We need a vision board around here.
We have to do a show from Alaska because...
He has a whiteboard over there behind the camera.
Yes, which is unused.
We're going to start using it.
Which is unused, so we're going to have to start using it. But we're going to... You ready to call this a done deal?
Yes, I am.
Julio, this is the most fun show I think we've ever had.
Good.
And we went... This is going to make the audio so much easier. Okay. For both of us. Because once I send you the audio, all you had to do is attach the video.
Yes.
And I think we're good.
Perfect.
And we had a great time. You know what the only thing about this show is we never have a proper ending.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I don't know how to end the show half the time.
We just got to say thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the ones that have subscribed so far. Thank you for the views. Thank you. We're grateful. We're appreciative. Continue to watch. We definitely got to figure out a line. That was a long ending.
Well, thank you for all the people who have supported the show.
Yeah.
All the people from last week. You know what? He literally has every name of every person that was on the show last week.
Yeah, because I wanted them to be found.
Yeah, exactly.
Easily. I wanted people to be like, how do I follow? Because nowadays you want that.
So we do everything we can.
I'm gonna even do that for our show too. Like I'm gonna put that bar like right around here in the beginning with our names and our ats.
We're doing everything that we possibly can.
I'm learning a lot through this video editing. Really.
And I have to say this, and I'm gonna say this with the most love that I could possibly say.
Don't say it.
I'm so glad that I met the co-host that I met.
I'm not.
Because he is amazing.
Fuck you, bitch.
He's wonderful.
You ain't shit.
He has all his lightings happening right now. I feel like I'm being bombarded by light. Every time I look around, I'm like, oh my God, I'm blind.
Are we done?
We're done. We're done.
Excellent.
All right. So,
but thank you guys. We do appreciate you. We love you.
We do appreciate you.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button, and whatever the fuck it takes for you to do.
Oh, by the way, when it comes to that, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
But I can't wait till I go, hey, so click and like this video.
Oh, yeah.
And click and like this video.
That on the YouTube settings. That's going to be cute.
That's going to be cute. So
click here for more channels. Click here for other videos. Click here for more content. There you go. That's what they say. Click here for more content. Don't forget to hit that button or whatever the fuck that button does.
Oh, we're gonna talk about doing live because we could do live.
That'd be dope.
That would be dope.
I'm down for that.
But let's end this because we're done. We're done. Bye, bitch.
Bye.